If you've never seen a guy juggling a bag of dog poop in one hand, a half-eaten breakfast taco in the other, while tackling a fake animal control officer on his front lawn, then you haven't truly lived. That was my morning at 7:42 a.m., with my dog, Muffin, barking like a fire alarm and some sketchy dude waving a net, yelling about urgent K9 seizure protocols. It felt like a fever dream, or a reality show gone rogue. But this wasn't scripted. This was Tuesday. 10 minutes earlier, I was savoring my taco when Muffin, my half-terrier, half-hustler, lost it. He's a furry tornado fueled by bacon and grudges. He tore through the screen door I forgot to latch, bolted into the street, and face-planted into Mrs. Carter's trash bin because a squirrel dared to exist. Mrs. Carter, in a nightgown screaming, "Live, laugh, love," in neon glitter, was already swinging a mop at him. I yanked Muffin by the collar just as she vowed to sick the HOA on us. Apologizing, I turned to head home, only to see a beat-up white van screech to the curb like it was auditioning for a crime documentary. The van had Metro Animal Safety Unit in peeling letters, the O in control, long gone. Out stepped a lanky guy in a tan uniform, no badge, just a clip-on tag reading, "Marty." He adjusted his baseball cap like it screamed, authority, and pulled out a pole with a net better suited for butterflies, or delusions. "Sir, relinquish your canine," he said, peering past me like Muffin was a rogue lion instead of a 25-pound mutt licking gravy off his nose. "Under Ordinance 14G, subsection 3, we're authorized to detain non-compliant pets reported by neighbors. This dog's flagged." He flashed a laminated card that looked like it was printed at a vape shop. It had a cartoon puppy in a watermark saying, 100% official ID. I blinked. "Is this a prank? Did Karen set you up?" Karen, my nosy neighbor, has hated Muffin since he dug up her prize roses during a rainstorm. She's got 4 Ring cameras and once posted a 12-minute TikTok rant called "The Muffin Menace, One Dog's Reign of Terror." She'd hire a fake dog cop to mess with me. Marty squinted like I'd spat on his fake badge. "Step aside, or face fines up to $600 per paw violation." That wasn't a real thing. I was about to call his bluff when he lunged, net swinging. Muffin, the slippery gremlin, dodged like a pro, darted between Marty's legs, and sent him face first into a sprinkler. I scooped Muffin and sprinted inside, locking the door like we were in a zombie flick. I called Real Animal Control, who politely said no. Metro Animal Safety Unit existed, no Marty worked there, and no one was after a terrier with a vendetta against tulips. That should have been it. But 2 hours later, the local news hit me like a brick. A police K9 named Titan had been stolen from the county courthouse during a break. Witnesses saw a white van speeding off. The suspect? A guy in his 40s, tan uniform, clip-on badge. Sheriff Laura Hayes was on TV, eyes blazing. "We'll find who did this," she said, voice like steel. "Titan's not just a dog, he's family." I froze, taco forgotten, Muffin snoring with a paw twitching from squirrel-chasing dreams. It clicked, Marty didn't get Muffin. He got Titan. Somewhere, a fake dog catcher was cruising with the sheriff's elite K9, probably realizing his life was about to implode. Titan wasn't just trained, he was a legend. Word was he once sniffed out a fugitive in a storm drain and yanked a smuggler from a speeding SUV. He was John Wick with a better bite. I pieced it together, heart racing. Marty thought he nabbed Muffin, likely tailed us, got confused, and snatched Titan in the chaos. I had Muffin, he had the sheriff's dog. Once Hayes figured that out, she'd come for someone. The problem was, she didn't know about Marty yet. I could stop a manhunt, or end up with my porch swarmed by SWAT. I glanced at Muffin. "Buddy, we just sparked a war," he burped. "Perfect." Muffin wasn't cut out for sting operations. He once got stuck in a cereal box for 15 minutes. But there he was, in my passenger seat, rocking toddler sunglasses and a fake service dog vest from a costume shop. He looked like a retired pop star sneaking into a Walmart. I wasn't sure if my plan was genius or suicidal, probably both. I'd met Sheriff Hayes at a greasy diner, her fingers drumming her coffee mug like she was plotting vengeance. I laid out everything: Marty, the van, my 95% certainty that he had Titan. She didn't buy it until Karen barged in with 2 flash drives, a binder labeled Operation Dog Bust, and a PowerPoint of Suspicious Van Activity March-May. Karen didn't have receipts, she had a true crime podcast's worth of evidence. When Hayes saw Karen's footage of Marty dragging a dog into the van near the courthouse, her face went from doubtful to lethal. "So," she said, pointing at a photo, "this idiot tried to take your dog but stole my K-9 officer instead. And he's still out there." I nodded. "And your dog's posing as a service animal named Bruno?" "Technically, yeah," she sighed. "We find Marty, we get Titan back. If you lose that dog for 1 second, I'll mail your ashes in a Paw Patrol thermos." The plan: use Muffin as bait to lure Marty into a meeting, pretending I'd hand him over to avoid fines. Hayes' team would tail us in unmarked cars, ready to pounce once Titan was safe. We set up at an abandoned petting zoo outside town, the kind of place where the air smells like moldy hay and bad choices. Marty texted from a burner phone, Florida area code, naturally, saying to meet there at dusk. Hayes' team wired my belt buckle with a mic, Karen claiming field ops experience from bringing NCIS, insisted on joining with a GoPro helmet and a tranquilizer dart she swore was legal. Hayes shut her down 4 times, saying vigilante antics weren't part of the deal. At the zoo, dusk fell like a horror movie fog. I stepped out, Muffin leashed, heart pounding. Marty slunk from the shadows, spitting sunflower seeds, grinning like he'd just pawned a stolen iguana. The white van loomed behind him. "Didn't think you'd show," he said. "Most folks don't care about their mutts." I forced a smile, the kind you give a guy who smells like regret. "He's family. Can't let you take him." Marty eyed Muffin. "He's chill now." "Meds?" "Squirrel therapy," I blurted. He nodded, clueless. Then he whistled, and out came Titan, leashed, dragging a folding chair like a weapon. His eyes screamed murder. "Easy, boy," Marty muttered. "Big mistake." Titan lunged, teeth grazing Marty's leg. Hayes' team erupted from the bushes like SWAT ninjas. Karen fired her dart, missing Marty and hitting a cardboard donkey. Chaos exploded. Marty dove into the van, peeled out. Muffin's leash slipped, and he chased the van like a furry missile. I stole a golf cart from the zoo's shed, flooring it at a blistering 12 miles per hour. Muffin leapt onto the van's bumper, clinging like a stunt dog. Marty braked hard. Titan's bark shook the van, followed by sounds like a furniture apocalypse. The door burst open, and Titan dragged Marty out by his jeans. I screeched up as Hayes cuffed a groaning Marty. Titan trotted to her, licking her face like he just clocked out. Muffin pranced back, tail wagging, unfazed by the felonies he just survived. "You okay?" I asked. He sneezed in my face. "Perfect." Hayes approached, badge muddy, expression unreadable. "Lucky," she said. "If Titan hadn't handled him, Marty could have vanished. He's been running an exotic animal ring, parrots in his basement." "Parrots? Angry ones?" But Marty wasn't the mastermind, just a middleman with a van and a sketchy mustache. Once Titan nearly gnawed his shin off, he spilled everything: names, drop sites, a pet smuggling ring dealing in stolen purebreds and exotic reptiles. Hayes wanted the kingpin. Phase 2 was a sting at the old high school gym. I'd pose as a scared owner handing over Muffin. Hayes' team would watch from unmarked cars. Karen, self-appointed recon chief, camped in the announcer booth with binoculars and an air horn she was forbidden to touch. Muffin, clueless, licked peanut butter off a spoon in the back seat, sporting a harness with a tracker, mic, and a bow tie that screamed, "Fancy waiter." At 6:58 p.m., the gym lights died. Hayes' voice crackled in my earpiece. "Stay calm. Power dip. Could be a test. Muffin's ears shot up. Then I saw it. A van pulled up, and a trenchcoat guy stepped out, holding a wriggling ferret, Muffin's mortal enemy. Muffin lost it, leapt through the window, and charged like a furry rocket. I yelled, chasing him as Hayes screamed, "Don't break cover!" Too late. Muffin tackled the ferret, which fainted. The guy flailed, screaming. Karen blasted the air horn, floodlights blazed, and Hayes' team swarmed. Deputies tackled suspects. One got stuck in a fence like a human burrito. Titan pinned the trenchcoat guy. I found Muffin under a table, panting, proud. "You good?" I whispered. He burped. "Perfect." Hayes gave a press conference in the lot, flashing a rare smile. "Smooth as silk," she said, dodging the ferret fiasco. Karen pitched her YouTube series, Barking Justice, to reporters. Later, Hayes approached. "Ever think about dog training?" she asked, eyeing Muffin, who was stealing a donut. "Every day, till he eats a sock." She laughed. "You helped bust something big." "Not bad." I shrugged. "I'm opening a dog daycare. With a ferret-proof bunker." Life normalized. Karen's video, mostly me face-planting into a trash bin, went viral. Hayes got a commendation. Titan got a chew toy shaped like a boot. Muffin and I started Puppy Palace, no ferrets, in my garage. Business grew. Muffin slept like a hero who'd seen too much. I'd lie awake, wondering if another Marty was out there. But mostly I felt lucky to have Muffin, lucky justice, in its barking, messy glory, prevailed. What do you think? Was Karen's vendetta against Muffin justified, or did she go too far? Should I have risked it all for a dog who eats batteries? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate. Share your take on pranks and grudges in relationships. Hit that like button if you chase a van for your pet, and subscribe for more wild tales.